What's up, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the As Seen on TV podcast brought to you by TVCaptive.com for Big Brother. What is this, episode 4? July 2nd was the date of the airing. I'm your host, Dom. With me, I have my co-host, Luke.
Welcome to Big Brother.
Unfortunately, Erica overslept and missed the episode this week, so she will be back tomorrow for the live eviction episode. But Luke, what did you think of tonight's episode?
Big unexpected. I did not see that coming to where Donnie was going to win the power of veto. And for the first time that I've noticed in Big Brother history since I've been watching the show since its 13th season, I have never seen the first power of veto ever used. And at first, even though that was a 4-letter word spelled, I somehow felt defeated at that point. I thought Donnie was going to spell a word less than 9 letters, but as it turns out, he bit the bullet and stepped in and won the golden power of veto, unlike the other house guests who couldn't spell for shit. As what I have thought of, this is the only way I could put them. The big jock men of the bomb squad who had tried to spell their words, they're all muscles and no brains.
What word was Paula even trying to spell?
That word made absolutely no sense. It's like it's a word she had just created. A word like that you won't even find in the dictionary.
Well, it sure beats what was Jeff's word that he spelled? It was like Tektronic or something. It was like the weirdest word that he tried to spell.
Back in Big Brother 11.
Yeah.
Yes, I did not see that season, but I have heard stories about that he tried to spell. Now, this competition was the same as that, especially with the hairy-legged woman competition from Big Brother 13.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I knew, I don't know what kind of, oh yeah, it's the word spelling competition that they call it. I knew we were due for one of those at some point, and they made it earlier than I expected.
Right, so this was kind of a combination mental physical challenge. Even though it wasn't as physically demanding as they made it to be, because you saw Donnie, who did not take it as a physical challenge, took his time.
He did. You know what? I think that's part of his gameplay. And you know what? He is making a smart game move there. He wants them to think that he is slower than molasses.
Mm-hmm.
He's not.
No.
Nope. Hey, you know what? He may be just a ground schoolkeeper and not have as big of a job as the other house guests too, but by God, he's got better brains than half the people who tried to even spell words and made lame excuses like, I tried to spell...
Kaltoru.
Yeah, and what was the other word that Paula tried to spell?
Kaltoru.
Kaltora. And what was one word that said I forgot the P or something?
Specialist?
I tried to spell specialist, but there were no P's.
Yeah.
What a lame excuse. I've never heard such lame excuses during that, a spelling competition for the veto.
I mean, it's kind of a tricky competition, though, because you got the letters all mixed up. They're all over the place, and your job is to find letters within this thing and make a word. So how exactly would you go about doing that? Because, I mean, do you think of a word beforehand and then look for the letters and try to spell it? Or do you just grab letters and start putting them on and, like, try to make something out of the letters you have? What do you think is the best way to go about that?
My personal first best way to go would be to not have a word in mind, because if you have a word in mind and you can't find the specific letters for it, then you get yourself under a lot of stress and pressure that when you're thinking under pressure, nothing gets done. So I figure just collect at least 9 letters, try to make a word out of them. If not, go back and try it again, even no matter how defeated you feel, especially if you're on the chopping block and you're a target that week and you're up for eviction.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, but, like, are you allowed to put letters in your box if you're not going to use them?
Right, exactly, and then that would be a complete waste.
I don't know if you are.
Exactly, I mean, that's not something I would do. I definitely wouldn't cheat like Zach did. He's trying to sneak the letters in the gel bottle. I mean, that's kind of cheating. You're supposed to go by the rules of the competition.
Is it cheating, though?
I mean, that's my opinion. To me, it is. I mean, it's like he's
thinking
trying
outside the box.
Well, yeah, I mean, but sneaking outside the box, you know what? That's not going to get you anywhere in the game. And you know something? Isn't that kind of cheating? Because they said specifically the rules are you go under the big brush, collect as many letters as you can, bring them back to your box, and try to spell a word. It didn't say anything about hiding the letters.
It also
In
didn't say
fact,
you couldn't hide the letters.
well, true, but still, I would still kind of play by the rules. I wouldn't want to risk. I wouldn't want to. I can't even talk tonight. I wouldn't want to risk my gameplay or risk my time of being in this game to risk an expulsion for cheating.
Yeah, I think if there was a problem with it, the voice, because there you don't typically hear it on the TV show, whatever, but they do have a PA system,
Yes,
and a
yes,
lot of the time they are giving directions and stuff. I think if it was a problem, they would have said it early on when it first started. I don't think they would
yeah.
have let him
But
continue.
I
So
think I think you mainly see that during the raw footage, though, because
right.
remember, if you watch Big Brother after I can't even talk tonight. If you're watching, yeah, laugh at me. If you're watching Big Brother After Dark, then that's when you hear the PA going. Like for example, I'll give you an example. I heard last year. I think Amanda was talking about one of her diary room sessions to I think Aaron it was, and all of a sudden over the recorded PA it said, "Amanda, you are not allowed to discuss your diary room sessions with other house guests." Or McCrae, please stop singing.
Yeah, yeah, because they couldn't have him singing for copyright issues. I can understand that. I know a few times they've uh, told him to wake up for sleeping in the hammock. Like they can't do different things like that. So I think if it was an issue, that it would have been announced and it would have still been edited out for TV purposes. But I think they still would have told him that. So I think it was legit. I don't think it was an issue. But so there are have and have nots.
There are. I think this is kind of cool. You know something? You're gonna be grossed out by me saying this, but those Big Brother slop pops, they kind of look pretty tasty and
See,
creamy looking.
yeah, no, I'd like to try one. I'd give one a try.
But I'm curious. Even if it's just the regular slop, I would like to try the Big Brother slop, especially in the popsicle version, because. And speaking of my opinion, for the have not rooms, for the have not room, the icicle room, and they have to sleep on these big
Yeah,
blocks of ice,
yeah.
and not a below zero room like we mentioned. I think it has to be at least 40 degrees because you're not going to freeze to
Well,
death.
they did show a thermometer. I believe it was set at around 40 degrees.
You know something? I'll take that any day because if it was over 100 degrees outside, I would want to sleep in there. I think I'd be able to
Right.
sleep a lot more easier. And they have emergency blankets and mittens,
Yeah.
so it's not like they're sleeping on actual ice. And those
Well,
those
the thing,
em-
like, are they sleeping on top of the blankets? Are they trying to wrap themselves around it? Because you're not going to want your bare skin on the ice. So you're going to want to put the blanket down first, and then whatever left you're going to have to cover yourself with. That seems
yeah.
like, I don't know, like, it seems like a little rough. Typically, when you turn your air conditioning on, it's 60 degrees. So think about 20 degrees colder than that, and it's still pretty
hmm
cold.
That is pretty cool, but this is part of the challenge. You know, you got to be a have not for a week. You have to risk. Well, not you don't have to risk, but the rules are if you're a have not for the week, you have to take cold showers, eat Big Brother slop, or eat whatever America votes to give you.
Yeah. See, I wouldn't mind the cold showers. That wouldn't bother me.
That wouldn't
The
bother me
the
either.
slop I could do.
The slop I could do too. You know what? As disgusting as this may sound, I wanted to actually eat one of. They look like one of those oatmeal ice cream bars,
Is
and
that
I
what they were
love
called though? Was slop pops? Is that the name that they gave for them?
slop pops. Yeah, you know something? I like to give one a try because Big Brother slop is basically a combination of oatmeal, right?
Yeah, I believe the basis of it is oatmeal.
Yeah, you know something, and I like oatmeal. I don't think it's disgusting, so I wouldn't mind eating slop for a week or even
Yeah.
slop pops. I mean,
I
they
think slopsicle would be a better name for those.
yes, that was so funny. It didn't even sound right, but that sounded so funny. That would have been a perfect name, a slopsicle instead
Yeah.
of slop pop.
Yeah.
Slopsicle or slop pop, they should have given it. At least put the two names in so they have the option to choose from.
Yeah. Slop
I
pop.
mean, if I had to sleep on an iceberg, then what the hell? I'll take it for the weekend, show Big Brother what I'm really made of. Because no one gets between me and my Big Brother slop or my
At,
Big Brother.
at least they don't have like somebody shouting "iceberg dead ahead" and have like the Titanic horn whistle going off every hour. That would be even worse.
It
Just
would
get a
be
big
even worse.
steam
We're
whistle
sleeping.
going off.
Oh yeah, or sleeping, or get this. I would take this have not room, other than the have not room from Big Brother 12, where they have to sleep next to bugs and on uncomfortable, lawn chairs and lawn benches where you could tan on. I mean, that had to be uncomfortable, and you're sleeping next to bugs and
Mm,
stuff. Ugh.
yeah.
I'd rather eat a slop concoction next to that if I had to.
Well, last year was what, the airplane seats?
The airplane seats would have been comfortable too.
Yeah, those didn't seem too bad. And the year before that was like all like what? It was
It was
like
a swirl.
dizzy. Yeah.
Big Brother 14 was like a swirly, whirly type of room that looked like it could make you high.
Yeah,
And
so
you sleep on these metal bunks.
yeah, I don't think I would have minded that too much.
No, I wouldn't have minded the padded room from Big Brother 13.
Yeah.
The padded room I would have taken any day,
I would
seriously.
love to sleep in the have not room from this year though. I think it would be cool.
I think it would be cool too. And you know something? This is the first time since I've been watching the show that 4 people have actually agreed to volunteer to do this. I mean, they were all in for it, and
Yeah.
everybody else was like looking at them like, "Are you crazy? You're gonna be a have not for the week." But people were actually enthusiastic about it. It's
Yeah.
Hayden. What is it? Hayden,
Joey.
Joey, Victoria.
Maybe? I don't remember the other ones to
I
be
don't know. There's
completely
4 people.
honest.
I know there's Hayden, Joey, and I think Victoria, and then there was a fourth one.
Uh Cody?
Cody.
I
No, no, no.
think
Cody's the HOH. He can't be a have not.
no. Cody's
No,
the
no.
HOH?
Oh no, I'm sorry, not Cody. Caleb. I was about to
Caleb's
say
yeah.
Caleb's the HOH. Cody. I'm sorry. Cody's the have not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was about to say, wait a minute, I'm getting confused. Caleb and Cody.
Yeah, I still don't have all their names down yet. Like the ones
Me,
that I know for
me-
sure, I know Victoria, I know Joey, I know Frankie, I know Devin, I know Donnie, I know Caleb.
Yeah.
The other
surprising-
ones,
But you know something though? I'm surprised Devin didn't go up as a replacement nominee because everybody knows he kind of outed the bomb squad and
yeah,
brought 2 female members in. He brought Amber and Christine in.
yeah,
And you know something? But now it's more of a bigger target for Joey because she tried to start an all-girl alliance and she basically failed at it. Nobody
Right.
wanted to join her. And I did feel kind of bad for Joey tonight when she was put up as a replacement nominee, even though she should have seen it coming, even though she went to go talk to Caleb and talk to Frankie. And, it's obvious that they're not very happy with her for making this decision. So, you know what? She's going to have to face the consequences. If it means going home, you know what? That's a life lesson learned, especially on national television. I'm sorry, honey.
What does this mean for Team America now if Joey goes home?
You know something? Then that means that they're gonna have to renegotiate and put up somebody else. If Joey is evicted tomorrow night, then they're obviously gonna put up somebody else.
Well,
to
they
go
did say
up
we
with-
were getting 3 people total,
We're getting 3 people total, but
so they
America.
may not.
But America has been voting for the next 2 people to go up next
Right.
to Joey. Now, if Joey is evicted tomorrow night, like I said, they're going to have to revamp it and put somebody else up with her. No, they're going to have to put somebody else up in her place, and then they're going to probably either have to revamp the voting to see who goes up with her, with he or she, who goes up in Joey's place. Or if Joey is not evicted, which I highly doubt, then they're going to keep it the same. But if Joey's evicted, that's going to be a major turnaround because she's gone. They're going to have to put a replacement up for her, and America's probably going to have to do another revote to see who goes up next to the new one.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Because we have, they said if you remain part of the alliance or whatever, and nobody, I don't remember how it was worded, but they get money, right?
They do. At
So-
least I think it's an additional $5,000 or $1,000.
Right. So now, if Joey gets evicted, she's still part of Team America. Does that mean she gets the money regardless? She didn't even do anything yet.
That's a very good question. In my personal opinion, if she didn't do anything yet, then I'm afraid not. She's not going to get it because she hasn't done anything yet because she'll be evicted.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll see something. We'll see her do it between the live eviction or something.
Yeah, and maybe Julie,
'Cause usually they do a flashback. Like the first half of the episode is like a flashback, right?
Yes, it is.
Of
but
like everything that happened between the ceremony, and then they'll catch up and they'll do the live eviction toward the end, and then they'll do the competition right after that. So
That's what they'll do. And you know something else, though? I think Julie Chen is bound to make an announcement tomorrow if Joey is evicted, and she'll probably turn the tables on the house guests and put up the twist again, but up in somebody new's place.
Could be.
That's what I'm gonna guess. You know what? Julie always gives feedback to what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Were you surprised at how receptive people were to Donnie? Like, they you know, what was it? Devin and Paula, like, they really seemed sincere about how they felt about Donnie. Like, Devin, yeah, he's kind of like backstabbing Donnie at the same time, but then he's like, I would feel really bad if he turns out to be exactly who he said he was.
It is, but you know something? Donnie doesn't seem like I mean, looks can be deceiving, but I could tell Donnie's being truthful and honest. Now, you know
Right.
something? I think in the back of his mind, and I'm stuttering tonight because I'm so into this. I I think in a way Devin has a guilty conscience for what he's doing. I mean, you could read it in his face.
Yeah.
He's like, I feel guilty for what I'm doing to Donnie, but I know it's best for my gameplay. But at the same time, I can't hide that I really feel a true friend in him.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
see that. I could see that.
Yeah, and Pow Pow, she still respects him, even though he used the power of veto to save himself.
Yeah. What about Nicole and Christine at the beginning of the episode with the ghosts?
Okay, that was a little over dramatic. I mean, come on. And they even made a hashtag for it, BB Ghost. Hashtag BB Ghost.
Oh my god.
Why am I stuttering tonight? And, seriously, like, come on. Get real. Are you really that chicken shit?
The green room is haunted.
Yeah, a ghost. I didn't even see anything happen. I think they're being a little over dramatic. I think being living in confinement, closed off from the outside world, is starting to get to them a little bit.
Could be.
Yeah, because you know what? You tend to go a little bit loony when you're cut off from the outside world.
As far as I know, nobody's died in the Big Brother house for there to be ghosts in there.
Neither, but there has been an attempted stabbing. I remember, I think, from Big Brother 2.
There was an incident with a knife. It wasn't
Yes.
necessarily a stabbing. The person wasn't threatening. They were like playing around and they like held a knife up to somebody's throat, like jokingly. Like they were
Yes.
both ha-ha-ing about it, and the executives were like, absolutely not. And they took him out of the game immediately. So
Yeah, it wasn't Alison Grodner that made the announcement. Generally, Alison Grodner, the executive producer of Big Brother for the past seasons that I know of, has made the announcements of expulsions or a revamption in the game or just something redetermined or something like that. But the only time that did not happen is when Evil Dick left on Big Brother 13 unexpectedly, and Rachel, who was the HOH at that time, made the announcement by calling everybody to the living room saying that, Evil Dick had left the game.
right.
And I knew Danielle felt defeated at that point. Well, not defeated, but she was like, what the hell? I mean, she was crying. I remember her crying in the diary room saying, how could he just leave me in the game by myself like this? And then I remember that twist was a dynamic duo Double Trouble that season, and somebody had to go up next to her as a replacement partner in the Double Trouble competition. Or no, the Double Trouble twist.
No, I thought she sat out. She was safe for the whole summer or something like for half the summer, the first half.
That was 3 years ago. I can't really remember, but
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was safe, and then when she became unsafe, like everybody ganged up on her because she basically got a free ride through half the season. And
exactly. And you know something? She kind of went with the flow with that because, you know something? Everybody was against her towards the end of the season. I know Jeff Schroeder and her ended on bad terms. I mean,
Yeah.
he said, I don't really like her. We're both completely different people. But you know something? It's a game. And you know something? Jeff is being, if you honestly think, in my opinion, I think Jeff has cold feet. I mean, when are you going to propose to Jordan? When are we going to hear the big announcement? You have been dating her. So you've had a successful showmance, and you've been together since the summer of 2009.
Yeah.
I
I think we'll get an announcement this season. I think we'll hear something.
You know what? I'll believe it when I see it because he has to have made an announcement by now because, you know something? He's not getting any younger, and Jordan's not getting any younger. Jordan is 28. Jeff is 36. Come on. You want to have kids before you're 40.
Yeah.
You want to be married before you're 40. Now, come on.
Yep. What about Hayden's death metal version of Kaltoru?
Yeah, loved it. That was just priceless.
I was cracking up.
I was cracking up too. I was like, what the? I was like, okay, I love this guy. Seriously, for 21 years old, he's got a lot of good sense of humor. And you know something? He really made her go.
Yeah. It was funny. Funny.
It was funny. Oh, yeah, honey. I mean, you tried to spell Kaltor. I'm not making fun of Paula, but come on. I mean, you can't make up words. You can't create your own words. You have to spell a word.
Even if you were going to create your own word, at least know what it means. She goes, right, I created a word, I don't even know what it means.
But the whole point of this veto competition was to spell a word, not to create a word.
Exactly. I guess one of the final things is Donnie. They really thought he's like ex-military through the whole thing. I'm cracking up with the first half of the show going, really? You think Donnie's ex-military?
Yeah, come on. I mean,
because
I
he's
was
like missing hair on the bottom of his legs?
Yeah, I mean, come on. There are a lot of men who don't have hair at the bottom of their legs, and they, like I said, they are all muscles and no brains. Seriously. Yeah. Does he look like he's been into the military? Jerry of Big Brother 10, yeah, you could definitely tell he's been through the military because he worked out. Does Donnie looks like he works out?
No.
No.
I mean, if they said Devin was in the military, I wouldn't doubt that. If they said Caleb was, Derek, you know, I wouldn't put that past any of them. But Donnie's like the last person in the house I would expect. Me
too. I mean, like I said, that just goes to show you they are all muscles and no brains right now, and it's too early in the game to figure that out.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's prediction time. Since we won't have a chance to make predictions before the actual live eviction, like watching up to that point. So we're going to have to do it now. Who do you think is going to get voted off?
In all honesty, Joey. And if Joey doesn't get evicted out of the house tomorrow night, if she's not the first one evicted from the Big Brother house, then I will eat my tennis shoes.
Live on the show tomorrow night?
No, yeah, live on the show and right before the next podcast.
Yeah.
I'll make the prediction announcement.
Yeah, right, live during our podcast tomorrow. If Paola gets evicted, you're going to eat your tennis shoes live on our podcast, right?
I'll do it. I'll eat something.
Make sure to get some ketchup and mustard and whatever else you need to help that go down.
Oh, I'll get the works. I'll even make oatmeal to look like Big Brother slop. I'll eat it with sloppy oatmeal. But I'll make the prediction here. Who will be evicted from the Big Brother house? Paola or Joey? And how will the house react when a new HOH is crowned? It all happens live tomorrow night, 9/8 Central on Big Brother.
There we go. Personally, I think Joey's going to get evicted, but I'm hoping it's Paola.
Why do you think?
I don't like Paola.
Paola's a little bit of an airhead, put it that way.
She's an airhead, she's over-emotional, and she doesn't know how to play the game.
No, she doesn't. And apparently Joey doesn't either, because she tried to make the first big move in the game, which was a big mistake.
There's other alliances, though. Like, she's criticized for making a power move of alliances. There's already El Cuatro was tried. The Crazy Eights were tried. Donnie and Devin were tried. And the Bomb Squad is already existing, and they're saying to her, oh, you tried to make an alliance too soon. There's already been 3 alliances in the house before she tried, so...
Exactly.
I don't think I think she went about it wrong. I think she, by telling everyone that she tried to do it, it failed, I think it's a little better than not saying anything after the house kind of already knows. That way you know she's being honest and she's not trying to hide things. I'd keep her around for that reason, but I think they want to keep Paola around because they realize that she can't play the game, and it's probably in their best interest to keep her in as long as they can while getting power players out.
Exactly. So. Like Rachel Riley says, all floaters grab a life vest.
Yep. Unfortunately, Joey is probably going to be voted out, so I'm hoping not, but I can almost guarantee she will.
Yeah, it's obvious everybody's going to vote her out. There has to be at least 5 votes so she can be evicted.
Yep.
Okay, well, before you make the final thought, let me just make the final announcement, as Julie Chen would say. Be a fly on the wall inside the Big Brother house. Watch the house guests anytime with the live feed on CBS.com all day, all night.
Bravo.
Thank
We
you.
need you to replace Julie when she finally retires.
Oh, nobody could ever replace Julie Chen. She's the legendary host of Big Brother, and I would be so sad to see her go if she ever chose to leave.
Yeah, for sure.
But other than that, I wouldn't mind them bringing Arissa Cox from Canada to Big Brother. Imagine if they made a twist where they could switch shows for the day, as I mentioned before. Imagine if they could switch shows for the week. Julie Chen could host the Big Brother Canada. Arissa Cox could host Big Brother US.
It's too bad they don't have Big Brother happening in the middle of April, or the beginning of April, because then we could do
Right.
April Fools.
Yeah, exactly. That would
That would be a
great.
perfect time for them to switch. But yeah, I think that about does it. Luke, you got a email address people could find you on Facebook with?
LABBY245@hotmail.com.
Perfect. Make sure to follow Luke there for some updates about his thoughts on Big Brother and other random things. You can find me down below at Phenomedom, PHENOMEDOM. You can find us both and others on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube at /ASO TV Podcast. For more Big Brother podcast and some other podcasts for some of your other favorite TV shows. Till next week, see you later.
And from outside the Big Brother house, I'm Luke. Good night.